What's going on, residents? Hope you guys are having a great day. A couple of weeks ago, I challenged you guys to ask me some questions on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, to just ask me some questions to see if you guys wanted to get to know me a little bit. And you guys absolutely came through and answered the call. I got like 40 questions from you guys. Like, that's a lot. I didn't expect to get that many. Thank you. Thank you guys for taking an active interest in this. And I think it's going to be fun because I'm going to take the time now to answer some of them. I'm not going to get to all of them. I'll save that for another video, for a future installment. But I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you, for real. And before I get started on answering your questions, I want to remind you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss a video. I try to drop one every week for you guys. Also down below, I'm going to link my social media, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. On Facebook, on the business page, I do a voting poll every Monday. I drop a review every week. This week's review is going to be Crisis on Infinite Earths. That should be dropping on Saturday. I didn't want to overload you guys with too much of me on one day. So, video today, Crisis on Infinite Earths review tomorrow. So hit that like on the business page, on the link below. Follow me on Twitter. I'm there all the time, so you guys can converse with me any way, shape, or form you want to. But before I start rambling, let's get to it. And the first question is, got the pile of power here, questions. And the first one is, Marvel, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, one must go. Harry Potter gotta go. I feel like the Marvel movies have done an excellent job of crafting this world through movies and TV shows and other tie-in comics. Lord of the Rings is like the peak of fantasy and world building when it comes to stuff in books. Harry Potter's good, but yeah, it's gotta go. It's the least relevant to me. Sorry. And I'm Slytherin, so sorry. Next question. Advice to your younger self. If I had to talk to my younger self, I would tell my younger self to believe in himself more. Do your research. Really just those two things, because it wasn't like I wasn't capable when I was younger. Some people who see me and know me can attest, it's not like intelligence has ever been a thing with me, but I didn't always believe in myself. I'm still getting there as an adult, but definitely believe in yourself. Do the research. Don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing. And if somebody tells you can't, research and find out for yourself. Don't let nobody tell you one thing or another. Next question is, thus far, do I feel like I have received sufficient support from my friends and family in my current endeavor? As far as close friends go, absolutely. My closest friends are the ones that have been really pushing me to do it. There's actually another question about that in a pile somewhere. But yeah, from my closest friends, absolutely. I feel like they're my staunchest supporters. They're the ones that push me. Even when I don't feel like doing something, they'll call me hey, where's the video? Hey, where's the review? Hey, where's have you done any writing? They check on me, so I appreciate them. As far as other friends in general, not so much. I feel like when I look at the numbers of who reacts to what when I post something, it's not always equivalent to those who say they pay attention. But I mean, I'm not worried about it. I really just feel like I need to be more consistent with what I'm doing, and they will come. So, if you build it, they will come. And I'm building. So, yeah. Next question. My next question is, what initially inspired you to become a writer/reviewer? I've always been a storyteller. I've always loved stories. I've always loved being involved with stories. I've always loved just doing stuff involving stories, even watching other people's stories, just taking their stories. I've always liked that, and that's always been my thing. And I'm a super heavy critical person when it comes to these kinds of things. That's always been me. I started my current work in progress when I was younger, when I was 8 or so, and it grew up with me. I had people who wrote it with me, and then they fell off, but I always kept it going. So that's always been my thing. Reviewing was something I kind of fell into. That was like last year when Avengers Endgame came out. That was my very first review. I wrote it on my page, and it got very well received. And thanks to a buddy of mine, shout out to Elias, I started doing it more, and I started doing it as a thing. So it's picked up some steam. So yeah, that's how I got started. I have to throw the card. There's that. Let's see here. Why do I say trust the process? Good question. I was having a really rough time back in late 2015, 2016. Life was pretty bad. Like, it was a pretty toxic time for myself personally. I wasn't the best person to be around for various reasons. And I had to, you know, when you're going through a transition in your life, whether it's like friends, relationships, or job or whatever, and you don't really see like the light at the end of the tunnel, you kind of just in despair. I started telling myself trust the process because I was doing a job I absolutely hated. I made good money, but I was working like 14, 15 hours a day. And my days started at like 7 a.m. I wouldn't get home till like 10 a.m. at night. And I have to get up and do it again the next day. And it was just absolute torture. So I started telling myself to trust the process because I knew that I was going to get out of it. I knew that it was eventually going to lead to something else. And it did. And I just had to keep faith in what I was doing. Because even though I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I knew that eventually it was going to take me somewhere else to where I wanted to be eventually. And yeah, I can't apologize for the journey because all those things, good and bad, led me to this, and this is where I want to be. So yeah, keep trusting that process, and yeah, you should too. Card toss. All right, next question is, aside from reviews, what are your plans for creating future content? Where do you go from here? All right, well, I have mentioned before that I am working on a long story. I'm actually planning out a series. That's like my end game for this, and I want to see it animated. I want to see it well received. I'm spending a lot of time because I'm a very meticulous person when it comes to that, and I'm very serious about that. But as far as this channel is concerned and all the stuff on Facebook and Twitter and everything, I want to eventually get to do reactions. I have a bummy laptop. I'm talking to you. It's not the best, but I'm working with it. I'm trying to work with it the best I can. So trying to get to reactions. We want to be able to get comfortable and put out stuff more quickly, because I know like this isn't like the end game. This is fun, and I like interacting with you guys like more than you know. And I want to be able to do more flexible. I want to do like less watches, and maybe not less plays because I'm not like the biggest gamer anymore, but I wanted to be able to do at least like less watches. And I feel like a good show to start with that would be Ruby when it comes back, like not at the end of this season, but like next season. I can start doing stuff like that. Shows that won't get me marked and flagged. That'd be dope. Yeah, so let's do with that. Card toss. That was weak. Let's see here. As I grow my brand, what do I hope to accomplish career-wise? To take over the universe, or rich and be happy and be president of the universe. No, not even a little bit. What do I hope to accomplish career-wise? I just want to tell my stories, man. Like, I want to have fun talking about stories, other people's stuff, but I also want to, I want to do my own. Like, that's what ultimately this whole thing is about. I want to do my own stories. Like in game, like big in game is I want to see like my stuff like animated, like on a TV screen somewhere, and have little kids watch it and love it, and I can give my godson toys and give my own, like all my friends' kids, like the plug on toys and stuff like that hot new thing. That'd be dope. But yeah, I just want to see my stuff animated. That's the biggest thing. All right. Greatest football moment as a fan and player. Okay, this is a little bit of a story time. Greatest football moment as a fan. It's easy for me to say, like, I'm a Falcons fan, by the way. I'm a huge Falcons fan for those who don't know. It's easy for me to say the Super Bowl or that whole Super Bowl run. It's not. Solely because of the way they did it. But when I was in high school, we went to church every Sunday. And usually if we went to church or not, we usually had dinner, like out at somewhere. And this one particular Sunday, my mom was like, she wanted to go to Red Lobster. So I was like, okay, well, cool. But the end of the Falcons game is like, normally like Falcons games start at 1, usually end about 4:15 or so. But the Falcons were playing the Vikings and went to overtime. And my mom was like, if you don't hurry up and get down here, I'm gonna leave you, I'm gonna go eat, and I'm gonna go get the Cheddar Bay biscuit without you. And I was like, hurry up with this game. And as soon as that happened, and fellow Falcons fans can remember this as well, Michael Vick hit that overtime run against the Vikings, where he made like the teammates hit and everything. Yeah, that was like the coolest. That was like the coolest thing to me, like, was seeing that happen. That was dope. And as a player, let's see here. I want to say it was a sophomore year or junior year high school. I got a couple of them. Sophomore, junior year high school, I forgot what game it was. I got like 9 sacks in a row, like in a JV game. That was pretty cool. My first college touchdown was cool. I don't know. Maybe the moment when I realized that I was done. I think I'll go with that. I think like the thing that like most athletes like struggle with, they have a moment with themselves where they're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm satisfied with this. If I never played another down, I'd be okay. And I had that moment when I was playing semi-pro. I was in on the game-winning play. The last 2 game-winning plays, I had a sack. And then I pressured the quarterback, like, the next play. And then the homie, D. Jones, shout out to D. Jones, sacked the quarterback. And that ended the game, and that ended my playing career. That was the last game I ever played. And yeah, if I never played another down ever again on any level, I'll be fine with that. Yeah. Yeah, you know, just nowhere to stop. Let's see here. What's next? Am I single? Yes. I am single. Available, but you know, not really looking. If it happens, it happens. So there's that. All right. Who do I have in the Super Bowl? Kansas City and San Francisco play. San Francisco's head coach is the former Falcons offensive coordinator who cost us the freaking Super Bowl. So I am for Kansas City. You don't make 20-3 jokes. I think I forget. Never gonna forget that ever. All right, I'm only gonna do a couple more of these. Let's see here. Who pushes you to keep going? That didn't go. My mom. My mom is definitely a big one. Love moms. 2 very best friends, Brayden and Daniel. Daniel keeps me going with like the content stuff, and Brayden keeps me going with the writing stuff. He's my no man. Like, he's the one that tells me like I'm having like some stupid ideas, and he's the one to tell me no, that's dumb, don't do that. Let's see here. Old Man Moan, BK Spades, Big Bro Daou. Yeah, I feel like if I don't name somebody, I'm gonna like, I might hurt somebody's feelings or something. It's like I don't want to do that because like they know who they are. The homie Marcel, MSW Creative, did the Star Wars joint with me a while back. Man, the homie Jerome, like Elias. Yeah. yeah, Janelle, Diane Turner, she got a book out. You can check her out. Yeah, like people like them, like they all have a hand in this, and I appreciate them. Like no, whether they know it or not, whether I say it or not, even though we're not always like on the best of terms, it's always like I appreciate them. So there's that. All right, last ones. All right, what equipment do I currently use? That's a good toss. That there laptop, this here cell phone, this here selfie stick. That is it. Everything you see me do, whether it's like a post or a video, it's literally just been 1, 2, 3. That it. And you know, friends. Last question. Best piece of advice ever given. Best piece of advice ever given to me was do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. That comes from my mom. And she says that so much, and I'm so annoyed by it, but she's absolutely right. Yeah, it affects me even when I try to like get over or something, or try to lie, or think about lying, or think about taking a shortcut, or just not doing something that, you know, I want to ignore. It rings in my head, and it is like the most annoying thing, but it's good advice. And yeah, if it's one thing that she's ever taught me, it's that. So there's that. I want to thank you guys for watching and paying attention. These are the questions that we got through today, and I am super appreciative. Matter of fact, there's one over here, and there's like one that's over there. I'm not gonna go get it, but these are the ones that we got through today. I'm super grateful to you guys for these questions. Fire off some more if you want some more. If you want to know more, if it's something you want me to answer or whatever, I am more than game to do this. This is what's left. So just kind of compare, like, this is what we've done, this is what's left. So we got a lot more to go. So I will do a Ask JB Volume 2 at the end of February. So if you guys fire some more questions, I will randomly pull from the stack and we will do this again. Thank you guys for being for watching the video. Thank you guys for being awesome with this. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like all them joints. Interact with me. I do voting polls on Monday with you guys. I also do a review every week, and like I said, this week's review will be Christ on Infinite Earths. They got the setup going, like I said it earlier, like months ago I got the setup. You know what I'm saying? It's still a work in progress. I want to spruce it up a little bit, make it a little bit more spiffy, but we're on the way. And then, you know, progress is always a good thing. And yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up because this video is probably going on a little bit. But thank you guys for watching. As always, you guys are awesome. You guys are incredible. Like I said, Volume 2, you guys want to ask me some more questions, you want something you want me to answer, let me know. I'm here for you guys. Thank you guys one last time, and I will absolutely be seeing you in the next one.